आनन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, welcome to Kailash Courtyard, Manifesting Power Session. Welcome all the Paramashivas, the state, space, and the powers of Paramashiva, the super consciousness of Paramashiva, living and experiencing the greatest happening on planet Earth, the super consciousness mutation that Swamiji is giving more and more powerful cognition and initiation and experience through the power manifestation for us to live the enlightened civilization, enlightened beings of Kailasha. So here's every day he's taking us to deeper science. And yesterday he gave a very, very high possibility that he said the consciousness reflects into the DNA through it get attached to the sound. And the sound being Mahavakya will be the ultimate for us to just get awakened into Kailasha. How do we do that and how it happens through us? If we have the powerful space to understand and subtlest grooves to grasp that, literally it becomes the lifestyle for us. Here Swamiji gives a very clear understanding. When the superconsciousness reflects, when the mirror, suppose you have a sun and you reflect on a mirror which is completely clear, it is going to reflect the full sun. But when you are like half covered, only half is going to get reflected. Same way, how much we are in the space of oneness, that much the whole reflection happens. Understand very clearly how we are holding our space matters. The DNA, that superconsciousness is reflected in the DNA, and that is the jata. Jata is the, like, we get the whole thing in our brain for us to execute. How do we execute in a physical form? We execute through our brain. So it happens, the reflection happens in the brain, but the brain is loaded with pressure and stress and confusion. Nothing happens. To understand how we exist, why Swamiji said that oneness space, understand very clearly. That is the most beautiful thing we have ever got. Any problem, you can use the oneness and get out of it. Swamiji is given a very, very powerful space as a gift for us. If we remember, in anything he has given that as a gift for us. If you understand, see, if you are powerless, the powerless space creates out of you lower than somebody or you higher than somebody. You comparing with somebody and saying, oh, and you feel like somebody is inferior to you, or you getting fear with somebody that somebody is exploiting you. Whatever space you are, the comparison that you do constantly, we are like a literally social animal. So we constantly see ourselves as a comparative reality. That's how we exist. We don't exist as we are, but we go on comparing and seeing where we stand. If we understand the comparison, if you compare with somebody lower than you, you're going to fall into arrogance. If you compare somebody who's higher than you, you're going to fall into the fear. But somewhere we are falling, that is for sure. So the whole reflection, some self-doubt starts happening, some self-denial starts happening, some self-hatred starts happening. The minute we are caught in that, we cannot reflect the consciousness as we want to. If we understand everything, when we get up in the morning, Swamiji says, everything that is created in the oneness space. You are part of everything that exists. For example, in your dream, you are creating your realities with all the items, all the theme parks, all the examinations, whatever you have dreamed. If you take a note of it, you have created everything. You created a laptop, you created people, you created objects, everything. You created the travel. End to end, we are creating everything. We understand. right? There's nobody sitting and creating your dream. You're very clear about that. Right now also, if you're very clear that you are creating the whole thing in your life, the illusion and the delusion. Swamiji says so beautifully, most of them, 80% die out of snake bite fear rather than the snake bite itself. The poison doesn't even go to the head. Before that, the person is dead because they are scared of snake. The fear kills people. Understand like that we create this reality, and that reality that we create out of comparison really destroys us. Why would we create something to destroy us? Because we don't know. Because we have been living without knowing that what is happening, and wake up in the shock and get really affected. That shock Swamiji is trying to avoid so that we don't have to live like that. That part only Swamiji is saying, if you understand, you are creating out of your space, the oneness in you, how you create your body. You create your body in such a beautiful space. Your hands, your toes, your legs, your face, everything in complete oneness. You know that you exist in every cell of you. The same thing you start understanding, you live in every all pervading, in everything that you see, that is your version, your creation of you. That oneness is the only solution which will remove everything. Like an eraser will remove anything, right? Anything you write, that with a pencil you can erase it. That is such a beautiful thing. Like that, you can erase the whole thing with the oneness space. Because the oneness is the one thing which can take off arrogance, guilt, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, everything, because it's part of you. You don't hate yourself. You don't deny yourself. You don't do anything consciously. Unconsciously, we have built all that based on something. SDHT happens is based on some comparative reality. But me, I myself do not hate my hand. I do not hate my leg. I do not hate anything. The one thing we understand, the oneness space we carry, we can solve any problem. If you decide that I am going to hold the oneness space every morning when I get up, everything today I'm going to create this. These are my creative things today. Very clearly we define all that. And then from that space, we start understanding life. Then there is no arrogance. So we are not going to get, see, if you fall into arrogance and go on abusing somebody lower than you, you're going to get health issue. If you're higher and you start feeling so much in fear, you're going to fall into guilt and confusion and more problems. And you're going to feel powerless constantly. From powerless space, it is like literally the mirror is completely, no, it cannot reflect. Some layer is there. So whatever reflection comes, you are not reflecting so much. The time that Swamiji says, when we are angry, when we are lusty, when we are hungry, when we are sleepy, all the 4 times, why he says is, he used to tell in Gurukul, the morning and the evening, when you wake up or when you go to sleep, both the times you're in such a oneness space with yourself, because your mind is inside you. It's not loitering around, but very grounded in you. When you're eating, also the same thing. He used to even say when you're showering, that you are very grounded with yourself. But Swamiji has given now the 4 times when we are very grounded with ourselves. But even in the grounded, we can maximize the whole thing by understanding, if you live that space of oneness and unclutch continuously, we will be in such a receiving space from the conscious reflection. Even now, it is reflecting in us. Even now, it's happening. But we go on taking the past and copying it, calling it security. We are not unclutching from it, nor we are in oneness space, completing things and not being powerful. See, oneness creates a very powerful space, because you know everything is you. So whether it is money, whether it is a relationship, everything you can create, a projection of you, a part of you is existing in them. If you complete in you, simply they will have to start completing with you. There is no other way, because they are part. Even now, it's not we are creating something new. That's how existential reality happens. See, existential reality is like a mother. It always does the best and the easiest for us. We only create confusion by creating arrogance and depression or fear and all that, and carry the load. If you understand, it's like oneness. You are one with it. Anything you say, life will listen. Once you understand that, it's the most beautiful space because you have such a confidence. And unclutch from the past again and again. Do not copy that. That feeling connection is the oneness. The past, when you do not copy, you are in such a beautiful space. You are in a beautiful space of receiving. So then the DNA, when you add the sound, simply the superconsciousness reflects in your DNA. And simply you will be in the space of, Swamiji says, the oneness, the reality, where the vibrant Parashakti starts manifesting through you. Sadashiva starts expressing through you. The whole space becomes so beautiful, and so consciously you can make these decisions because you have made all this clearly done by you. So the confidence in you, the expression in you will be so beautiful in the reality. I want you to take 5 minutes, write down the powerless space, because that is one, you copy the past. Powerless space, we are not secure, but we fall into the same problem which we are not secure for. So write down the powerless space, remove everything, erase everything, understanding from the space of oneness, erase everything, write it down and then scratch it off from the understanding of what is oneness. Oneness is a space which we create. We understand we are creating everything. Once you understand we are creating, why would we create anything wrong? We'll only create the beautiful space for us. From that space, complete everything, all your powerless. Either you are feeling higher, lower, comparing anything. Then unclutch from your past. And the more and more we unclutch, the emotional component from everything just gets withered away. That's all. The thoughts itself is not a problem. The emotion weight, heavy weight that we carry is not required. So it becomes such a beautiful space for us to exist. So just write your incompletion, all your incompletion, that is powerless space. And then complete very clearly that Swamiji said the best gift on planet Earth, the best thing ever, even if he has to come back again, he will come back for just one reason, to enjoy the space of oneness. If he is giving such a priority for that, as big as the completion space, because it does all the completion. It gives powerfulness, it gives completion, it gives everything, it gives bliss. Everything happens in that oneness, the space that Swamiji has created for us. So unclutching and the oneness takes us to a beautiful space of reflecting the consciousness into us. So let's take few minutes, write down all powerless. You feel anything, think of all the powerless space from morning to now you felt, or past this week you felt. Anything heavy, write it down and see whether it gets completed. The minute you apply oneness, is it disappearing from you? If it's not disappearing, let's look in. Why it is not disappearing? Because the oneness is you. If you are not able to handle yourself and recreate yourself, then who is going to do? It's like you are given the whole set of Lego and say you can build what you want. If you think, no, I cannot build anything, then who's going to build? So you have everything now available, the whole world available for you. What would you do? So that is the space of oneness. What a powerful space. So let's hold that. And from that, let's complete the whole thing and unclutch from the past also. Whenever the emotion is very heavy, unclutch the emotion. Make it back to the thoughts. No, this emotion is unnecessarily we are carrying. Not at all required. Depression is why I have put it in. No depression is there. I have decided to put the depression. Why would I do that? Take it off. Past, completely remove all the depression. Any confusion, depression, any kind of emotion, remove, unclutch from that. That's not you. It is sitting there just as a weight on you. And you decided to keep it. Just drop it and get away. Why would you want to keep it? I am bliss. I am blissful. I am Paramashiva. Again and again go. Because for depression, you have to really think of something. Oh, she's like this. I'm getting depressed. If you think of something only, you can get depressed. You can't sit and do Mahavakya and get depressed. You cannot. You have to sit and think, oh, I'm bored, I'm tired. Something you have to think for getting depressed. So unclutch from that. Let's take the responsibility, be in oneness, and unclutch from that. Simply make it happen. So let's play the Mahavakya, write down all the powerless space, and apply the oneness to remove all that and unclutch wherever required. Simply, we will be in such a beautiful space. You should be completely in blissful space so that you can start rearranging, recreating the whole thing the way you want to when the consciousness reflects in you. Yes, let's start.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of Akashic reading and remote vision is taken from the Spanda Karika, Section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.11. Didrikshayeva sarvarthan yadha vyapyavatishthate tada kim bahunoktena swayameva vabhotshyate. Didrikshayeva sarvarthan yada vyapyavatishthate tada kim bahunoktena swayameva vabhotshyate.
No sound, Ma.
Sorry. The sutra itself is very powerful, that it reveals itself when you start understanding the whole thing. It says, when the Skanda Karika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.11, this is from the Shastra Pramana. Here Swamiji gives, when the yogi is you, seeking to see all object or all occurrence of any cause, establish and abide himself completely in the state of oneness, which pervades them all, by infusing them all with the light of consciousness. Once the superconsciousness reflects in you, then you are the light of consciousness. That is the use. What is the use of saying much? He will experience himself the cosmic splendor of vision. You will have the cosmic vision because you are the one who creator of the whole thing that you exist. Exactly the sutra which was so apt, literally, that Swamiji has given for what he is giving us through the cognition, through the satsangs. He says, again I will read it, when the yogi, seeking to see all objects and all occurrence of any cause, established and abide himself completely in the state of oneness, which pervades them all. The oneness which pervades them all is to be noted. Once you understand that you are the creator of the whole universe, galaxy, everything in it, and every person in it, you can really write the script how everybody should be holding that space for you, because you will be in such a gratitude, such a beautiful oneness, just melting inside you, the space, because you will understand how everything, you are like a, literally like a queen, but not with arrogance, but with a confidence of oneness, by infusing them all with the light of consciousness. Because the super consciousness is reflecting in you, you feel like a princess and prince. That, what is the use of saying much? He will experience himself. Swamiji says yesterday in the satsang, you will be in Kailasha when you reflect that into you, and deep Mahavakya you chant, cosmic splendor of the vision. You will have a cosmic vision of everything. So here we are going to do the remote scanning of the vision. Yes, we are going to post the how we're going to manifest, but you, from the context, first is you going to chant the Mahavakya deeply and let the superconscious reflect in the mirror of our mind the brain will simply start showing you whatever the superconsciousness is in pervading in everything. Because with that material, you have created everything. Because you have created the whole thing. You know what exists, what's happening, what is in it. And like the rishis say, the plant revealed itself. How will it reveal? Because it is you. So your hand, whatever the possibility, it reveal itself to you. Like that, a plant is also you. So you will understand it reveals itself to you. Everything becomes in such a beautiful space. Once you understand everything exists in the oneness, all pervasiveness, omnipresence and omniscience is what you are going to experience. So from this context, let's manifest the power of remote vision of objects occurrence in your consciousness. Pick any situation or a place which you have never visited or experienced before, but you would want to find out more detail and are curious about it. Details can be like colors, rooms, levels, unique, anything, the features about that, or any situation that you would like to see. Or like, for example, there is a tulip festival which is going on, but it should be something current happening, and you are able to see that in your third eye and just write it down. Whatever Swamiji shows, just keep writing it down. And when the Mahavakya finishes, then we'll verify. So let's sit. You can just write your questions, whatever the questions you want to review. You can ask even the numbers between planets or the temperature of something or anything you want. So you can just write the questions, whatever, or the situation, what you want to get revealed. Just sit deeply into the space of oneness with Swamiji and deeply in unclutched space, connect to the Mahavakya and listen deeply as you chant the Mahavakya. So let's start.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहम् 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 नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ परमशिवोऽहम् 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 परमशिवोऽहम्
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Yes, thank you. Yes, you can post, verify first, take 5 minutes, take a couple of minutes and verify and post it. In the group chat, you can post. Meher and Mitra and Ganeshan has already posted. I saw the Kasi temple, and in Kasi, a big lamp Ganesha. Oh, a big lamp you saw. Ganesha saw a big lamp in Kasi temple, and Mitra saw Kasi temple. Okay. Yes, please go ahead and post it. Genesis saying, my brother and I both were able to see different things that happened at the event that we were able to confirm. Superb. In the Kailash courtyard, that group mentioned the event also. The event and what all the things that you were able to confirm. Superb. Tracy. Did you get some places? You can unmute and tell also. Yes, go ahead. I asked about Jupiter and my Everest, the light color of the Jupiter. Also, I saw purple place leaf fabric. Okay, you got it correct? Superb.
Planet color, yes, but I don't know what the fabric was. Yeah, I wanted to see what Mount Everest was like.
Superb. Make sure you post it, Ma. That's really nice.
Yes, thank you.
We have become a master of everything. Any power it shows us whatever we want. Swamiji, Swamiji. Tracy finished? Shagun, did you do anything today? Then post it. What did you see? Post it in the group chat. Your sister didn't come today. I scanned my friend's apartment in Miami. He didn't pick up the phone, so we'll confirm. Okay. Yes, go ahead and confirm. You put it in the Kailash courtyard group. Yes. Okay. Let's surrender whatever Swamiji is shown to Swamiji's lotus feet, and let all the Shaktis become more and more Buddhi, more and more subtler reflection into our DNA. And let's end with the Purna Mantra. Visualize Swamiji in the third eye. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Bhagakarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, thank you all the Paramashivas. Thank you, Swamiji. See you all for more manifesting powers after satsang and tomorrow. See you. Bye.